recording. All right, so thank you for being here. Those of you watching this video, you're not here. We wish you were. So you get to make a decision for everybody in the class because you're here. Okay, you too, Katie, come on up. Is that Katie? Yeah, come on up. Okay, so the way it usually goes in this class is you complete your process book and then you come to class on Wednesday the 5th, so this day after tomorrow, and you usually take what's called an applied final. And the applied final is essentially let me remember this, it's a fold-over card. Sound familiar? It's a fold-over card where one side you do process color, you work with photos, you work with vector graphics, you work with process color, and on the inside of the card you work with 2 spot colors, like your clip art, you work with vector graphics, and you work with type. And so it's like combining the clip art, the postcard assignment, and the fold-over card. Here's the advantage of taking this final. The advantage of taking this final is it's double weighted, like 200%. And so if you need to do well and have a double weighted assignment because you missed some and you get 100% on this, it elevates your grade. Plus, if you get 100% on it, you show me that you've learned everything for the semester in case you have some holes in maybe your chapter work or your assignments. So this morning, I'm driving to school and I'm thinking, don't think the online class has to take a final. They have to take a written final, which is like quizzes. But I don't think they have to do an applied final. And so you get to decide if you want to do the applied final. You will come the following week, finals week schedule on, and I think your final is on Monday. I will have to confirm it. I will confirm it in a second, actually. And you take a almost 100 question quiz, multiple choice, which is just like your quizzes. And you can see there's 4 review quizzes on the screen where you can take those quizzes endlessly and just get all your answers right. And then you come to class the day of finals morning at 8 o'clock and you take the quiz and you know immediately how you did on it, and you walk out of class, and by then you should probably know your grade in the class because your process book will have been graded by then, because I will have received it Wednesday and graded over the weekend. And all your scores will be tallied up for the semester and you'll know where you stand. And it's a math game. It's not subjective on my part. You know, it's a math game. You know how it works, right? It's just percentages and stuff. So the advantage for you of taking the applied final is it might elevate your grade and show me that you understood what transpired over the semester. Or Wednesday, we can not take it and just do the written final. So I'm going to give you a choice. And since you're here, you get to choose. So if you wish to take the applied final Wednesday when you come to class, you do it in class. It's like an assignment, and you complete it by the end of class. Raise your hand if you want to take the applied final. Wow, okay, you got overruled. Okay, so there is no applied final. But there will, so understand that what your assignments have shown, your assignments show. Understand your process book, which is weighted 15% of your grade, I believe. I think it's 15, 10 or 15. Do you know what it is? 15. Okay. That's a pretty heavy-duty weight. And I want to point out, because for some reason, some of you might not have paid attention to this, but this is what your process book is based on. It's worth 100 points, and make sure that you look through it to make sure you've handled all of the elements of it, okay? Yeah, Hannah?
The PDF, is it just a photo of the book and nothing else?
And the content of the book. So the PDF would include all your pages, how you did them in InDesign, and then you include a photograph of the book. You include a photograph of the book because sometimes I'll read off of the PDFs instead of your book itself, but I'll look at your book and how it's put together. Sometimes some of your books are so unwieldy, I don't like taking them home because it I don't want to ruin them. So sometimes I'll look at your books here, I'll look at how they're constructed. Some students have some really unique covers, and or they're fragile books or something like that. So I might read the pages off the PDF, but I'll have seen the book itself.
Okay.
So include a photograph of your book so I can see it. Were there more questions? Yes.
Wait, so for on that process book assignment, we upload the PDF and then also one picture from it.
Take a few photographs after it's all bound and pretty,
And then just upload all that.
and include it in your PDF file. Okay, because I want to see the book photographed, and like I always say, don't photograph it on your plaid bedspread.
And what day do we upload that by?
Pardon me?
We upload that by Wednesday?
You should have it totally uploaded by Wednesday, and you need to hand me a physical book on Wednesday, and you need to have your PDF uploaded before class ends, the window closes, nobody emails me anything. I won't accept a late book. Don't, for God's sake, staple your book because you quickly printed it in the DAC lab before you walked in the room and that's what you gave me. You know what I mean? It should be extraordinary. Your book should be extraordinary. I mean, truly. So, yes, and that's your criteria. Are there any questions about what you see behind me, what you're reading on here? So, for example, I will know when I look at your book whether you've applied master pages. I will know whether you have a unique design theme to your book, which means do you have some theme running throughout it that sets it apart graphically? I mean, I don't think I'm telling you anything you guys haven't heard before, right? Okay. You should have like a table of contents. You should have page numbering so you know how to move through the book. You should, if you don't have something called chapter 1, chapter 2, that's okay, but you have something that clearly distinguishes different sections of your book. However you decide to do that, whether it's a color theme, whether it's some icon that shows up on the pages or something like that. Don't take low resolution images from the internet and expand them, blow them up, because they're going to be low resolution and they're just going to be stretched low resolution images. You need to find appropriate resolution images for your book. Spell check your book. I really do read your books. And so spell check them. And that means proofread them. So you might have to ask a friend to proofread them because spell checking doesn't take care of it all. Sometimes you're missing words or I don't know, it's spell checking a word that's spelled correctly, but it's the wrong word. We all make those mistakes. I make those mistakes too, but you want to try to avoid it. And then you do upload a single PDF of your book, and in that PDF you include a place where you've placed photos of your bound book.
A narrative too, on how.
No, you don't need a narrative. You don't need thumbnails. You don't need sketches. You just need to give me a pretty book, or an attractive book, or a scary book, or some kind of book. You need to give me a book. Okay, so there will, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's pull that back up. Let's see if I can pull it back up. So there will not be on Wednesday an applied final. You're off the hook, but that might, it might impact your grade by not having it. I find that sometimes it really helps a lot of students to have it. And then you do come to class. If it's different than this, I will let you know. But you do come to class Monday at 8 o'clock, and the quiz will be open for you. You take it in class. Do all these practices. If you do all these practices, you're not going to be surprised by anything. I think there might be repetitive questions. But now the questions aren't straight from the quizzes. Some of the quiz questions came straight out of the book, but some of the final questions come straight out of the lectures. All right, so if you don't know the answer, go back to the lectures and comb through them. All right? Yeah, Zoe?
So the test is going to be on this Wednesday, or is it going to be on the Monday?
It's going to be on the finals week. We have to be here at finals week for sure.
Okay, so this Wednesday we're just dropping off.
You're dropping off your book. You're chatting. We'll look at it together.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're not having a final, that final. Yeah.
What about on the Wednesday of finals week?
Nothing. You don't have anything.
Monday's our last day, right?
Monday's our last day of class.
Okay.
There's nothing on Wednesday. There's another final. Well, you'll have a different final for a different class.
Yeah.
Final schedule is really kind of weird, so you got to double check this stuff. But Monday will be the last day of class. 10 o'clock, you walk out of here, you're like, so done. Done. Any other questions? Okay.
Yeah, so sorry, I got confused. We are having a written final? Or
You
are we
will
having
have a
the-
written final right there.
but we're
finals
still
week.
Also having
You-
the
no.
post- or full day.
Nope, you're not having an applied final. Nobody wanted it. Nobody except one person wanted it. I know. And you know what? It wouldn't surprise you. It shouldn't
No.
stress you out. It's what you've all done all semester long. So in some aspects, it might have saved you taking it, which is why I wanted to present it to you that way. But I know the other class didn't, and I realize I give you 2 finals in it. It's all your choice. You sure? You want to vote again? No.
No.
No. Okay. Alrighty. All right. That's good. So that's it. I'm going to stop my recording then.